You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, Asshole Consulting. If you have questions, I got answers at assholeconsulting.com. Where the Dark Knight of Advice columns will brood and yell and curse those damn millennials. If Batman just started beating the shit out of millennials. It's like, nah, fuck the Joker, he's cool. I'm gonna just kick the shit out of millennials. Hey asshole, so here's the situation. I'm married to a 27-year-old guy and have been married since I was 20. We have 2 daughters under 4 years old, and we're originally from just north of Tampa, Florida. I served in the Army as a cavalry scout for 3.5 years with one tour overseas. I got out in 2013 and finished my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. No. I'm going to do a separate article on a chart thing on that. You basically pissed away your GI Bill is what you did. I'm mostly the VA's dime. Since I got out of the military in 2013, I've been working in the armed and unarmed security fields through contract work, which pays like shit, as you know. I finally secured a job with an in-house company making $14 an hour with pretty good benefits full-time. Fucking college degree, you're making $28,000 a year. Originally, I wanted to go the route of being a police officer, but between the current climate against police, and with me being too broke, injury from the military to possibly make it through the police academy, the only career field that I was most proficient within is the security industry. We moved from Florida to Tennessee because paths into law enforcement through paid police academies were of greater potential than most police departments in Florida and better security industry opportunities around Nashville. Yeah, Tennessee seems to be growing pretty well. But now with the law enforcement out the window, now I'm looking at $14 an hour in wages and security and not anything much better. So I'm curious if we should even stay in Tennessee or just pack up our shit and go back to Florida with the rest of our family. I'm not sure if it would be worth my time investing in a new career field concerning where I am in the industry. I think maybe a security management level position within an in-house security company or something along those lines should be enough to suffice for a future goal. As of right now, the $14 an hour I make here in Nashville, Tennessee will be enough for me to live on and pay a mortgage. If we buy a house just north of Nashville, not too far from Fort Campbell, which is the Clarksville area of Tennessee, and I'll have a little bit of money left to pay for our needs and put some savings, although it'll be pretty close to living paycheck to paycheck for a while until I can find a better job around here. Tennessee will be enough for me to live on a mortgage, buy a house. I'm trying to find my spot again. Oh. So far, we do like Tennessee more than Florida as a state, although there are pros and cons to both. If we go back to Florida, we'll probably be going into debt just to afford going back, and then we would have to move into my parents' house and haul our kids along for a couple months until I can find good employment and then get a rental home again. This is why you don't have kids at the age of 20. You do know you are the epitome of trailer trash like stereotype of Florida now. You do know that, right? You're 27, maybe we gotta move back in with mom. I'm trying to shame you because you should be shamed to fucking, I want to say man up, but like stop fucking up. I mean, I appreciate that you went to the military, I do this, but Jesus fucking Christ, when did you, what, you would not have a problem if you didn't have these 2 kids. And now what you seem to be doing is like, well, I'm going to go criminal justice, or maybe I'll move back in with my mom. You're being a fucking pussy. What you need to do is man the fuck up and get 2 fucking jobs. That's what you need to do. Because you made mistakes. You made mistakes. You had kids you couldn't afford, way too fucking young, and then you majored in a stupid fucking subject. And now you think about moving back in with mom. So your choice is keep avoiding responsibility, keep avoiding hard decisions, keep avoiding the fact that you're going to have to bust your ass off to compensate for the mistakes you made in the past, or you can like kind of keep going around, oh, maybe I'll try, and be fucking trailer trash the rest of your life. Currently, we are living in a roach-infested apartment, charging $850 a month, and we do miss having a house as a family because of the kids, which is why we're considering just buying up here in Tennessee and making the best of my situation. Do you think we should continue going this route, or should we give up on our dreams of success? You're not going to have success if you're a fucking sport. And look, I like working security, but success is not a $14 an hour security guard job. If anything, that's the job you use to actually get success, doing something completely different while you're on their dime. We had by moving up here from Florida only to go back. The cost of living down there would be kind of a lot more since we would have to go back to a rental house, probably pay $900 a month, and having higher car insurance rates. So what do you recommend I do? Thanks for all your help, asshole. And I'm not mentioning your name. So you want to move to a place where it's more expensive and you don't have a job. Is this going to be the third fucking stupid mistake you make? Here's what you're going to do. You have a job. Shitty as it might be, you have one and you can put food on the table. So here's what I recommend. You get a second job and then you start stacking away money and you use that money to either go to school, but if you have any of a GI Bill left, if you have any way for the military to pay for your shit, I would go to school or go to a programming boot camp and get yourself another skill that is actually in fucking demand and is going to be difficult and hard because you've avoided difficulty and hardness through obviously your choice of degree, and then what was the other mistake? Oh, and then failing to put a condom on, right? So you're gonna do it the hard way, which is the right way, and you're going to take your time. You're going to get a new skill. Now you have security. That's the one benefit you got. That's the one advantage you got. Work at a security guard gig, where you can study while you're on the job, or at least I hope you can do that. If you can't, you're going to still work that job, and you're going to find another security job where you can work on the job, online, have internet access, all that other stuff. And I'm sorry, your family's just going to have to suffer because you made the cardinal mistake of having kids you couldn't afford. So you're going to go and you're going to skill up. Now, if your wife is the stay-at-home wife, I think she's going to have to go and do some kind of homeschooling of some kind, teaching herself, get herself, and maybe you both become computer programmers. Maybe she goes and learns how to do some accounting. But you guys are both going to have to start bringing in money, right? And I appreciate women that stay at home and take care of the kids. But at $14 an hour with a family of 4, all right, now that's cute. Now math and reality comes in, and idealism goes away. So your wife better start skilling up in some kind of trade she can learn online. You better start skilling up while you're working security, and ideally you take another security job somewhere that you can also work on the job on getting some kind of skill or trade. And I'm sorry, you're pretty much relegated to IT, whether you like it or not. Programming, computer networking, something that can be done remotely, accounting kind of can be. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I mean, it's like when I get these baby boomer, I'm 62 and I'd like to retire in 3 years. And I don't have enough money to save up for retirement. How do I save up $5 million by the age of 65? Like, you can't. Sometimes you just have fucked yourself into such a bad position. There's no easy way out of it, and that's your situation, son. So get prepared for some double shifts. Get prepared to triple time it because you're going to be working 2 jobs, and then you're going to be studying something else. So you're not making $14 an hour. You're going to learn accounting or something on the internet. And your wife is going to do the same thing too. And by God, I hope your children still like you at the end of all this bullshit. Because look, you're going to have to give up sleep. You're going to have to spend time with your children. You don't exist anymore. Your children are the only ones that exist right now. And maybe in about 3 to 4 years' time, you get your certification, you get yourself some kind of programming job, and then you're making $25 or $30 an hour. Then there might be some semblance of a June and Ward fucking Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver nuclear family. But until then, you are typical fucking white trailer trash down in fucking panhandle land. Best of luck to you. Toodles.